pandemic continues to wind down, musicals and concerts and anniversaries, church or birthday, whichever may be happening, are beginning to emerge and come back to us in full force as they were prior to the 2020 pandemic. What do? You got an invitation. You're excited. You're ready to go. My choir got invited to this musical concert or whatever. But again, what do? In this video, I'm going to suggest 3 things you should consider when you've been called upon to sing at a musical performance. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is your girl Angela Elaine. It's so good to be back. Yes, I've been out for 2 weeks, but I was kind of under the weather. No COVID, thank God. Giving praise. But I'm glad to be back to talk to you about another subject. But before I do that, I need you to subscribe, and I need you to like this video, and I need you to share it with all of your friends and let them know that we are here with some information that may be helpful to you. All right, you got that invitation in the mail saying, please be our special guest to come and sing for us at our musical, at our concert or anniversary or whichever it may be. And you're excited and you're ready to go. But before you head out that door, you should consider 3 of these things that I'm about to suggest that you might want to go over before you start. Number 1, rehearsal. Never take it for granted that your choir can get up there and just sing, no matter how good they are. Always take the time to prepare yourself and the choir. You both need to rehearse so that you will be able to direct in confidence and the choir will be able to sing in confidence. Now, underneath that rehearsal, you also want to include your musicians. They need to be on par and got those notes right and know what can possibly take place while they're up there. And if they have some new chords they want to add in, we want to make sure it fits in with the chords that the choir is singing. You know, because sometimes we try to do that abstract thing and doesn't exactly work out. Doesn't sound too good. So you want to make sure that everybody is on one page, all right, with your rehearsal. Second of all, you want to make sure you sing the right songs. Pick a song that's appropriate for that particular venue. If it's a musical, you have a more wide range. But I will say this. I attended a concert not long ago. It was a birthday concert. Multiple choirs singing, and you know what? They sang songs that were kind of old back. And those songs hit home, not only with the older singers that were there, but the middle-aged and the young ones that didn't know those songs were there. So you want to pick songs that are appropriate. I would suggest if you want to sing something that you don't have to worry about another choir singing, get something that's kind of old back, an old choir song from the 80s or the 90s. Sing something like that. Chances are, if you got a lot of groups singing, they're not going to select that song. Have you 3 or 4 of them that you can pull out of the repertoire real quick, go over those in rehearsal and perfect those and add your little twerks in there and see what you can do. And then you want to make sure you pick a song that your choir is comfortable with. Don't try to sing new music, okay? Everybody's not Kurt Carr. Everybody's not Ricky Dillard or whoever. Don't try to sing new music in front of the group. Now, you can amend a song to give it a little flavor. For example, when the choir sings, when I direct the choir and we sing the Tommy song over and over, and the sopranos come in, first seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and it's all of his righteousness and all of the other, and then, you know, all of the other things, that's the alto, will be added, and then you go, oh, and you got sopranos, oh, the altos, oh, and tenor, oh. But I give the altos that flatten that note, that third, a little bit, add a little flavor to it. So when we're singing in front of the group, even though I'm not changing so much the song and I'm not able to present a new song, but I can take that old song and add a little twist to it. And then the second, you know, maybe the first time around we add it in, the second time around we go back to the original song, right? So you can tweak a song that way and just flatten some thirds, raise some fifths, or whatever you want to do to add flavor to the song. But you want to make sure that it's a song that your choir is comfortable singing so that they're not nervous, because it never fails. I'm glad the musicals are coming back, but as always, when you're sitting as a choir director, everybody's choir sounds so good, and it's like, man, I didn't think of that song. So you want to make sure you do the best that you can, tweak it to your own little flavor, with the choir and your musicians, make sure everything works right, and get out there and do the job. Number 2, I would suggest that you coordinate your colors. And select the colors that look good. Practice on your choir when you come to your regular services, right? You can have them say, okay, this Sunday we're doing gray and yellow. And then the other Sunday we're doing red and black. And then the other Sunday we're doing gray and pink. Have them to wear what they're going to wear. And so you can kind of see which color blends in real good. There are some choirs that they have certain colors that they wear, but they have a standard uniform. And I seen one of my choirs, one of my friends who has a choir, and he comes to me for advice. And his choir, they wore gray and yellow. And it was so beautiful. They had a standard dress where the ladies could choose whether they want the dress in yellow or in gray. And then the men had on gray suits with ties that were multicolored. Very classic, very clean, very nice. All of the dresses were a nice length. They weren't down to the ankles, but they were a nice length. Everybody's dress was a nice length. They were covered up nicely, no cleavage, none of that. Just very elegant and very nice. It was just so. And I told him, I enjoyed them. I didn't care what they did because of the elegance that the ladies had and the men. They looked so good. So I would suggest that you color coordinate that. And kind of have a little togetherness, because it promotes togetherness in your clothing, but it promotes togetherness when you're singing. It makes us feel like a family. It makes us feel like a group. And that's what you want when you're up there. You want people to see that. Not only do we sound good, but we look good, and we are family. Sister Sledge, I think it was, they're saying we are family. We really are a family. Third of all, as we're going back in this, I would suggest that you practice walking up, positioning, and walking away. Now, if we're singing and, at that time, we were all on one level. Everybody, you just walk up and sing up in the front. Well, it's not so much work. The ladies generally walk up first and stand, and then the men. And sometimes they have this tenors will position themselves first, and then they have the alto or the soprano that the different sections recognize, and they know where they're going. The worst thing is for your choir to walk up there and start positioning themselves, and you got a mixture of sopranos and altos on this side and the mixtures on that side. It's just all chaotic. And so when the director walks up there, you don't know who they're directing. Sound is coming from everywhere. You don't want that. You want them to be able to walk up and position themselves properly and orderly, as that adds to your presence as well when you're singing. Now, if you're walking up on a platform, the general consensus is that the women walk up first, but then the men are positioned, maybe 2 or 3 men are positioned along the stairs where they walk up. Even if there's a banister, a man is standing there with his arm or his hand out to help the ladies up the stairs. The ladies are wearing heels. We want them to look nice, right? We wear heels. We don't want to wobble up the stairs or fall or slip. So it just looks very, very nice, is a way of giving respect, chivalry, showing that chivalry is not dead. So the men can stand alone and the women be graceful, and it's okay. He got his arm up. Just walk up there. He ain't trying to flirt with you. Just walk up there and be nice and be ladylike. All right? You walk up there, again, as the women walk up, whoever's singing soprano or alto, the pointers, take your position so everybody knows where they should gather, and then the men can walk up afterwards and take their position, and then come close together. All right? Know how to stand up there so you're not up on top of one another, but you're neatly standing, across from one another. Make sure you've already had your peppermint. Make sure you got your deodorant on. I shouldn't have to say this, but you know what I'm saying. Deodorant, peppermint, whatever else. Make sure you took a shower, all that kind of stuff. I don't know why we have to say that, but we really, 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 really do. So when we're standing up there, sing, do what you do, and as you're coming back down, same thing. 2 of the men will walk down while the ladies are coming down, and then once the last lady has walked down the stairs, then all of the men come down. That's generally the proper way to go up and down. If you're on a platform, if you are on the floor, then generally the men walk up first, and then the women come around the sides, and they enter up. Just beautiful, flowing. It shows that you all are together, that you all are elegant. The women are elegant, that the men know chivalry. It just makes the whole group look better. I'm serious. It just really, it shows that you've taken the time to do things properly. And that's what we need to see in this society today. So again, like the video, subscribe. If you have something that you want me to discuss, please put it in the comments or send me a message, and I will discuss that topic. Until next time, keep your girl in your prayers that this whole, whatever this is, totally goes away. I love all y'all, and